Alright, so this is going to be a video about the iPad Pro, which is rumored to be coming out on September 9th, or not coming out on. It's basically at their Apple event. They're going to be showing it, and it should be probably released in about a month from then. And what do I think? Basically, what the iPad Pro is, it's supposed to be, I bet we're going to get at this point, it's a 12, because in iOS 9 code, there's actually keyboards and apps and pictures that people have leaked online of showing a 12.9-inch iPad. And if you don't know, the 7.9-inch is the mini, 9.7 is the Air, or standard iPad, and 12.9 is rumored to be the size of this new iPad Pro. Simply, I wouldn't want this because I feel the 9.7-inch iPad Air is too big. I like my Galaxy Tab S 8.4, and sometimes it does feel a bit small, but maybe I'll try a 9-inch, 10-inch tablet someday. Someday I may try out one, but I'm fine with my tablet right now just because I've had it. Just because it's 1 year old doesn't mean it's outdated like most products in this tech industry right now, which kind of sucks. But very few, except most people who get tablets unlike phones, keep them for multiple years. Look at the iPad 2, still getting used by many people today, and it's getting iOS 9. But by the way, what is this? First of all, multi-window. That's the first thing I want, and multi-window. We all know iOS 9 is getting multi-window, and when they showed it, it just worked with certain apps. I hope that it works with every single app when it comes out, and the little slide over thing which shows a small preview, maybe that would show the iPhone optimized version, and the full screen one would show the standard iPad one, or if it's not optimized for iPad, just to know however it is on there. But I hope it works with every single app, and when you pull down, maybe it will go by, there'll be a search for apps that you can trigger in the like on Samsung, you pull out from the side and it has a big list of apps. It's not all the apps, but iOS 9 works the same way as Samsung TouchWiz. But I hope you can like search through the apps there, or it will go by like apps you've recently used at the top of the multitasking screen. That's what I hope. Next, software that takes advantage of the 12.9-inch screen. I hope it's not another 6 Plus. And what do I mean by another 6 Plus? A big phone with unoptimized software. Basically, I hope there's a good amount of apps that take advantage of the 12.9-inch screen, maybe. And even Apple's own apps, I hope they do. They probably will. But I don't know about it. I really hope they do. And I know all the developers, Apple's probably going to make them at least somewhat do something different than the Air apps and the Mini apps. But they probably won't, because the iPad Air and the iPad Mini are kind of the same app-wise. But this really is the Pro, so it's meant for productivity. Or it could be the Plus. I'm not sure, whatever they call it. Next, number row and arrow keys on the keyboard. My Tab S had this on its stock ROM, and I really love that feature, and I still cannot find a keyboard, like a Google keyboard, because that's my favorite keyboard, with arrow keys and a number row. I also like LG's keyboard quite a bit, but I miss the keyboard, the number row and the keyboard row, or the arrow keys. Maybe do what LG does by holding down the spacebar and dragging left or right can be used as arrow keys. I know there's like a trackpad feature in iOS 9, which I believe it only works on iPad, but I still think it's not as nice as just having simple left and right arrow keys, or even up and down. Up and down probably won't be used as often, but still. Next is under $700. Apple, usually their bigger screen phones and tablets cost $100 more. And I really hope this costs $100 more, and also maybe $600 for the price of this, and try to get rid of the 16 gigs. If this is productivity tablet for pro users, 16 gigs is not enough for them. At least do 32 for the Pro line, because I can tell you, if they're going to be putting everything on here, all their work on here, all their documents, all their work, videos, pictures, maybe even video editing could be done on this. I've seen videos of people editing on the iPad Air 2 and it works fine. So imagine this, and hopefully this is also one thing I forgot to mention is hopefully this is more powerful than the Air 3 or the Mini 4 that we get this year in the iPhone 6s. I don't understand why tablets like the Galaxy Tab S2 is not as powerful as the Note 5. In my opinion, Samsung's should, and every Android manufacturer, every tablet maker besides Microsoft and Apple are the only ones that do this. Your tablet should be more powerful than your phone. It just should be. If I'm using a tablet, it should be able to do more, and it just should, because bigger screen, bigger possibilities, I guess. But that's all I have to say about it. Or besides one last thing, this probably won't happen, but Microsoft has it, and the Surface tablet, if I find a decent Android emulator and Windows 10 gets more stable and more updated, like there's a couple problems I have with Windows 10 right now, like tablet wise. They're not problems that affect it for me using it. They're just things that I would like them to add or change before I can use it as my main tablet operating system. But a kickstand would be nice, like all the Microsoft Surface tablets, which I really like them. But basically it's on the back, you just flip it out. Microsoft has so many ads about it, and then add a keyboard to this and it will be the perfect device. And considering there's so many productivity apps for iOS, this will probably be the perfect productivity device, and I really think this could maybe replace a MacBook. I don't know if it's thin enough and light enough, it may, but there still will be people like me who think using a traditional laptop is better, even though I really like tablets a lot. So this could be the perfect productivity device. Maybe if you have an old laptop that's kind of heavy and you want something to carry around with you and you don't really care if it's a laptop or a tablet, this could be something you get. There you go, and that could be, there you go, and you have a tablet which is going to be light enough. If this is light, I hope they don't make it super heavy like the old iPads, which I've heard people who have them said those were painful compared to something like the Mini or the Air. But I've gone on a little too much in this video, like most of my videos, but that's all I really had to say about this, and bye.